Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. Oh yes, the first show of the 2016 show season is going on right now. Oh yes. The studio is set up differently, because the laptop is sitting right here. Now let's check out the chat room. I mean, there's really not much going on. Let's see, we got another song to do here. There we go. Alright, so yes, I got 8.1 back on this laptop and it's running reasonably fine now. When I made that rant video, wrong mouse. When I made that rant video, it was running piss poor, so it really wasn't running that great. But now that I've left it running for a while, it runs good. So let's put another song in the deck. I'm doing this all by mouse. Ugh. Let's add something to deck 3. Alright. Okay. Let's get something else ready to go here. Throw that in 4. Alright, so I'm working with 4 decks here in Virtual DJ. And it's a lot easier just to throw 4 songs in the decks, and it's a heck of a lot easier. And what this old HP desktop is being used for, it's basically being used as a encoding slash live audio stream PC. So basically we can live stream this show if we wanted to. So that's also a good thing. So we're just waiting for this song to get done. Now I could do keyboard shortcuts for this thing, but it's a little too risky to do so. We're playing Jolene, which is a Dolly Parton cover by Olivia Newton-John. Very good tunage. And here we go. There we go. I am going to show you guys that the mixer's running awesome. Survived through most of the 2015 season, and it's going to survive through the 2016 season as well. And we have the show recording as always. We have the show streaming in FMLE like always. I'd rather use the desktop computer because it has a way better line in at the moment than this laptop, because with the 8.1 audio drivers it sounds distorted whenever I do audio. So just doing the show with the desktop. So yeah, there we go. We've recorded about 2.5 hours already. And we'll see you guys in the next clip when the show is done. Okay, so it's long past the show, and I was going to do this like right after the show. So you guys kind of see a little bit of the modification of the studio. And as it is, you know, I have the laptop over here that I restored back to Windows 8.1. I did a little bit of a boo-boo because I reset the laptop on Windows 10 and kind of screwed it up a little bit, and I had to redo the partition, reset Windows 10, or not Windows 10, but Windows 8.1, and for the most part, it does run just fine. We have the start screen, which is easy to get to. I have all the fancy smancy effects turned off except for thumbnails, because I like to access things with thumbnails. Just makes my days a little bit easier. So, yeah. Anyways, so we go to my external hard drive, and we go to music. We go to CD rips. All this is supposed to be thumbnail set, so I have it set up to where it will read thumbnails. Normally it's supposed to scroll, but I have to click on something in order for it to scroll. So there's all my music on the laptop. And the reason why I use two computers for shows is if I want to use this as a streaming PC, this old desktop, I can, because it has Flash Media Live Encoder on it. The little live cam console comes up, and it works. So that is awesome. There's the live cam right there. Now for the modifications that I have made for this is, you know, just using this as a streaming PC only when I want to use it, because you gotta understand, this PC is old and it can only handle so much. So having only 2 gigs of RAM, which I will show you, this thing has only 2 gigs of RAM. So let's bring that up. Okay, so we have 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's a AMD Athlon 64X2 dual core processor with 2 gigabytes of DDR2, 32-bit operating system, etc. And it has a 4.3 experience rating, so it does extremely well with just the hardware it has. It has an NVIDIA GeForce 210 graphics card that I put in 2 years ago. So it works good. It runs nice on Aero, and I really don't have to put it in classic mode when I'm casting, because it doesn't take much, and I'm really not running a web browser when I'm broadcasting on this machine anyways. So that is kind of that. So over here we have the laptop. We can go to this PC and we can click on properties. I'm going to size this down because we don't need to see the product ID. This has an AMD A8 6410 APU with AMD Radeon graphics, R5 graphics, 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, 64-bit operating system, no pen or touch needed. Running Windows 8.1. I could upgrade to Windows 10, but I kind of want to hold back a little bit this time around. So we have videos we could clear off to get a little more disk space. Here's hard drive number 1, and here's hard drive number 2, which is my external hard drive over here, which runs awesome. When I do shows, I just plug this plug into the laptop, into the headphone jack. I used to use it as a line-in jack, but with 8.1 it does distort the audio, so with the 8.1 drivers it is kind of crap when you're using this as a line-in device, opposed to Windows 10, being the drivers are a lot better with Windows 10. So one of the reasons why I did roll back to 8.1 is the fact that it has good sound quality with just the headphone jack alone. So that's the reason why I used it, was it has good quality. And Virtual DJ needs updating. I swear it updates every day. But I use 4 decks on Virtual DJ, and every time I do a show, people would probably ask, why do I use 4 decks? Well, there is probably a good reason why I use 4 decks. You know, when you're doing a show, you kind of want to use a certain amount of decks, you know, for digital music. Every once in a while, I use CDs and vinyl, but every once in a while I'll just pop on a digital MP3, and that pretty much does exactly what it does for shows. Opposed to this machine right here, it's just mainly used for broadcasting, etc. I do have FMLE on Flash Media Live Encoder on this machine too. The moment I do upgrade to 10, and if I do decide to upgrade 10, I'll have to reinstall it again anyways, so it doesn't make any difference. This Toshiba laptop has been fairly decent for me, for the most part. It really hasn't been a pill, except for Windows 10 borking its bork when I reset the laptop. That's the only issue that I've had. But other than that, I really haven't had any issues with the laptop since I reverted back, so that is a good thing. Also, what you gotta have for your live stream is you gotta have a mixer. You can pick these things up for $50, $60 used, and they work rather well. I mean, I got this one in July of 2015, and it has been rock solid since. So I also have another mixer, which is this little guy, Now this little guy might work with 8.1 a lot better than this guy because given that this guy probably has better audio levels. Now the difference between this guy and this guy is this one's smaller and this one's bigger. More channels, the better. I started out with this guy, which had the least amount of channels, but it got the job done. It has phantom power built into the switch, if you have a phantom power microphone, etc. Hello guys, I'm having to reshoot the ending to this video because I had a copyright strike on the video that I had put up before. So I'm going to reshoot this. I was talking about mixers on the last clip, and I was, really getting into it, and I thought I would almost demonstrate things for you, but apparently that wasn't the case. But anyways, back to mixers. I would pretty much use this little guy just for I would probably just use this guy for road shows and this guy for just basic studio stuff. Any mixer would work. This little guy, like I said in the last clip, does have phantom power. It's not too expensive and stuff. And the encoding PC is shut off right now because it's anxiously waiting to be booted up. So let's boot it up, and let's just do this. Let's just boot it up because I haven't booted it up for a while. So let's just go ahead and boot it up. So I have to press F2 to continue. Here we go. So immediately you guys are going to know what OS I have on this thing, judging by the startup. Okay, I'm just going to log in. Okay, I'm logged in. And yes, we have Windows 7 on this thing. So immediately you guys notice that this is only just an encoding PC and nothing more. Right here we have FMLE, and then we have, I think, a camera angle once that gets started up here. Oh yes, the camera angle. There's the creative webcam right there. I would demonstrate the sound portion of it to demonstrate how it works. Let's just grab a microphone instead. And I'm going to just turn the mixer on. You're going to see, hopefully, if that went. Okay. Test 1 2, test 1 2, check, 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 check. That's a little bit too high. Test 1 2, test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, test 1 2, check 1 2, test, mic test, check, 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 check. Okay, there we go. That works. So you guys notice that that works. Now the reason why this camera is a little dodgy is I forgot to turn the auto exposure on. Even that doesn't do much of anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in these LEDs for just a second. Damn. Oh shit. Can't do it. Can't do it. Hang on, I'll be back. Fix this white balance. Where's that remote? There it is. I'm gonna fix that camera's white balance. There we go. Now we got better. Now we got better video. There we go. All right. So you can see the video quality ain't that bad, especially coming from an old webcam like this. You know. Yeah, pretty awesome. Flash Media Encoder does work rather well. There it is. Okay, we're just going to close that out. We're going to see how fast this can shut down. There we go. Alright, so that's that. Anyways, UXW Bill just left the chat room. And I think Chris is winding things down for the night, and I think I'll wind things down for the night too. Anyways guys, that is it for this video. Peace out, and practice and enjoy.